Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night Podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we are talking about the 1992 horror movie, Hellmaster.
The student or the crazed biochemist? John Saxon as Hellmaster.
Looks so cool.
So cool. We are back, guys. Back again with the Hellmaster. We're closing in on February. January's almost done. How are we feeling?
Thank goodness.
2022 off to a great start.
Great start.
Yeah.
I love the
Great
enthusiasm,
start.
AJ. I love the enthusiasm. You know what we need to do, though, because we haven't really talked about this, since we are going to be entering February soon. We need to pick the theme month for the year.
Yes. But there was a great suggestion in Slack for February, I believe.
But I don't remember
Really?
what it was.
Me neither.
If only we could go back and look at a history of Slack.
Dude, have you ever tried to remembered somebody posted
impossible
something in
to search.
Slack, and I'm like, I don't know how to find anything.
There's a lot to scroll.
There's
There's a
like-
Do
lot.
films. We should do films about respiratory viruses.
Maple April?
No, fuck.
April.
April? Okay.
What does that even mean?
April,
That's
it was
is that what we
Canadian
said?
movies.
Oh, I thought it was syrup-themed movies, and I thought that might be difficult
Oh.
to track down.
that might be
Zombie-wary.
hard.
Oh, hold on, guys. Tubi just felt the need to notify me that Ouija Geist and more have now been added to Tubi. Oh, yeah. Ouija Geist. Get on that.
Okay.
I've been waiting this whole time, you know.
Only.
I think
Maybe
we all have.
we should just do a witchcraft month.
You need to shut
you
up.
see Battlestar on Tubi?
I'm sorry, that was rude.
Dude, Battlestar Galactica.
Please not say that
Isn't
ever
that
again.
wild? I was like, this can't be real. I clicked
Keep
on it.
your
I was like, this is
opinions to
real.
yourself.
Based on the first 4 seasons.
All other opinions are
how
welcome.
we get
Just
you.
not that one.
Just not that one.
Lindsay, would you really want to do that?
Let's get a bunch of them just out of the way, and then
Out
we
of
don't
the
have to
way.
deal with
It
them
can't
for
be
the rest of
worse
the
than
year.
4, right?
We were just talking about going to the doctor because of stress and other issues. What is a month
Oh
of
my
witchcraft
God.
do to you?
Oh, but February's a short month, right?
Dude, you could run a scientific
At the end,
experiment
it's just
where
Chris
they
by
like
himself.
we get blood work done at the beginning of the month, and then we get it done at the end, and we were like, your cholesterol's up, your fucking lipids are out of control.
We should
Your
do
blood
like
is just made of stress.
we should do like a Lifetime movie month.
That would be
Yeah,
fun.
we should just add some more of those movies in.
I don't know if I can
good.
emotionally handle it, especially right now. Like,
But there's so many
hear this
different types of them.
Yeah,
there's
they
like
don't
Yeah.
have to be.
Yeah.
Like there was. I was
some
just
dark
listening to a
ones.
podcast where they were naming some of them, and it was like Psycho Pool Boy and
I do sound like that sounds
there's
cool.
that one. There's like the Pregnancy Pact one.
Oh, man.
There's so many like
wanna see these.
scorned women ones, like Betty Broadwick. There's a lot.
We
of
should at
those.
least
Okay.
have one of those on the wheel at all times.
Okay.
Frankly.
Okay. Can you guys compile a list of some that are widely available?
Sure.
And then maybe we can make a tap into your emotions with Lifetime month. It's just me
I don't know,
BC
that's
and
fine.
Feel
crying
here.
every
Girl
episode.
and the Myth.
Tissues.
I'm Chris
already.
crying every episode.
Feel things.
That sounds like something else.
I want to go back to feeling dead inside. I don't want to feel anything.
Then let's watch witchcraft movies.
Sure, the following
We're trying.
we'll just come back emotionless. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. That is a good idea. I do like that. So we will consider it. But tonight we're talking about the 1992 movie horror movie Hellmaster. Hellmaster, starring one John Saxon, which is a good name. AJ, what is Hellmaster about?
A professor discovers a serum that turns his students into mutant zombies.
It's basically just acid. We put acid in your brain and it melts it away.
A giant fire hides the evidence of his experiments.
Except it's
Years
still
later,
all
a
in
new
the
class descends the campus.
There's 9 of
We're a
us.
new class.
They
You
only
know
let
what they
smart
say,
people in.
college isn't for everybody. The
Especially these
1992
kids.
higher ed classic, Hellmaster.
Hell
It's a
to the chief,
bitch.
baby.
Rated R for its incoherent plot.
What do you mean, Chris?
We will unpack it, Spiv. We have a lot to
Okay.
unpack tonight.
There's a lot
I gotta
to unpack.
I gotta get my energy up, guys. Feeling a little, just a little tired, maybe is what it is. You know what I mean?
It's COVID.
I watched the. Oh shit! Don't say that. What was the symptoms? What'd you get first, Biv?
Sore throat.
Hold on. No, that went down like that was an enjoyable experience. No pain. I could feel
went
it go.
down.
It actually kind of feels like it's right here and not going the whole way down. So maybe there's something going on there. I don't know.
Chris, you haven't gotten COVID yet, have you?
I
Are
don't
you the
know.
only one?
I think we're the only two that haven't had like
I haven't.
COVID.
Have you been injecting acid into your
had it.
brain?
We will be the last. We
You have
should
to
take
mix it
bets.
with your
We'll be the
blood
last one
first.
standing.
Dude, AJ, did you ever see that movie with Will Smith, I Am Legend?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me and you. So get
Talking to
your bathtub
mannequins?
ready.
Aren't they making a
Which
sequel
one's the
now?
dog?
Isn't there a sequel coming out?
They take turns.
Which one's the dog? AJ, which one of us is the dog?
I remember there's some questionable CGI in that movie.
Oh, it's bad.
Well,
The
they-
CGI is
Yeah,
bad.
it's real bad.
We should
Yeah, it
watch
was-
Omega Man. That's
One of the
Omega Man is
originals.
crazy.
Yeah, Charlton
That,
Heston.
that movie was supposed to be done by
My
Ridley
cold, dead
Scott
hands.
with
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was supposed to have practical
Wow.
zombie people. 'Cause there's like a whole thing online you can watch of them doing the makeup for the
That's
zombie
cool.
people.
That would've been
Anyways,
better.
I digress. I feel like we're off topic. We're supposed to be talking about Hellmaster. We're not talking about Hellmaster.
Never do.
Movie.
But first, we must dive into Aaron's history. I'll get a little context for the movie and the year it was released, which is 1992.
shit.
Aaron, you are the master of your own domain.
hell.
So here we go.
For Aaron's history hole.
Hellmaster.
Oh my god.
Are the Hellmaster.
Barbecue sauce.
Sweet
Barbecue
baby
sauce.
He has SPR on his forehead.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That is really good, Aaron. I
That's
like it.
Oh,
funny.
you got to keep that full screen, Chris.
I gotta
Thank
keep it
you,
full
thank
screen.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
No, there's no need to keep that full screen because then I can't move around a lot.
Enhance.
Oh shit! Go the wrong direction. All right, so Hellmaster. This little film is from December 16th, 1992. Now it had a few alternate titles in the United States. It had the title we saw on Tubi was Them. Them. Which doesn't. I don't understand.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Don't think.
Yeah.
Don't think.
Then we have Carnage on Campus. The working title.
That's terrible, but also good.
Yeah.
Yes, it's both. I know. And Soul Stealer.
I think it's my mother-in-law's nickname.
Oh.
Burn.
He's here all night, folks. He's here all night.
Yeah. All right, so some other films from that month. We have A Few Good Men.
I want the
Can't handle the truth.
But are there really?
Great job, guys. Everybody just
Nailed it.
nice
How
job.
many times do you think he did that?
How many takes?
Yeah.
His first take, man. It was first take.
That's first take kind of thing? Okay.
He's a professional.
They don't have the budget to do a second.
Sure.
They probably just gave him the wrong sub and they're like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. I didn't
probably
want
just
fucking
shows
lettuce on my sub." All right, so moving on. We have Forever Young.
Yeah, with Mel Gibson. I don't know about that movie. Wasn't he like a World War II pilot or something? And then he
I
like
don't
gets
remember.
frozen in a and like defouls
Oh,
in the
yeah,
refrigerator or
something
some
like that.
shit. I
Something
forget
like
what
that.
happens.
Yeah.
He's a lighthouse.
Is this Encino Man or is this
Cryogenics. It's Mel Gibson.
Is Pauly Shore involved?
Man. Oh.
We have the Muppet Christmas Carol,
That's
and then we have a
that's
fun
quality
movie called Leap of Faith, starring
is a good
Steve
one.
Martin.
That's a good movie.
Faith. I haven't
It
seen
is.
that one.
Yes.
He plays the traveling preacher.
Yes, he's like a total
right.
grifter.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it forever.
And then we have Toys.
Oh, I love toys.
a great
Special place in my
movie.
heart.
The
Toys.
Robin Williams one.
Yes,
Shit out
That
of
is
here.
a strange movie.
That's a great
it's
movie.
a great movie.
I saw it when I was younger and I was like, what the
Yeah, I
fuck
haven't
is
seen it
this?
since
I
I
haven't
was a
seen
kid.
it.
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
I just
yeah.
watched it this year.
Maybe it's better as an adult.
It's
Probably.
pretty.
It is.
I like
It's
that
more
movie.
of a serious
It's good.
movie, right?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
This is funny moments.
Scent of a Woman Hooah! Chris.
Hooah!
Come on, Chris.
I'm not doing it. I got no energy for it.
That was
Come
your
on,
kid.
you're like Al
Come on,
Pacino
do your
Jr.
No, you guys didn't even like it the last time I did it.
Oh,
so
It
I'm
was
not doing it.
hilarious. You're like, you
do
took
the
yourself
line-
a woman. Hooah!
Yeah,
No,
come on.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. You can't make me. I'm not dancing.
Can you do the
for
lines
I'm
from
not
here?
Do
doing
it.
Do that. Where he's describing.
I'm not
the
doing
girlfriend.
any Pacino. Okay, just not.
Damn.
All right, fine. And
Missed
then finally we have
opportunities.
Lorenzo's Oil.
Is that like Lorenzo Lamas?
Is that the spin-off of Renegade?
Who wants to watch a movie called Lorenzo's Oil?
There must be an
We watch
audience out
Gary's
there.
Flashlight. Like, what kind of fucking movie?
It's a two-stroke. You got to mix it with the gas first.
Oh, that's what this movie, the alternate title for this movie. Okay. All right, fine. We're moving along. So
Two-stroke?
another movie from that month that we need to check out. We've talked about
That
this
was
before.
Aaron's nickname in high school.
Aaron
get it, Aaron?
College.
Okay.
All right, yeah, fine, whatever. Still is to this day. No, we have Trespass.
That
We talked
movie
about this before.
rules. That is such an awesome
Paxton.
movie. It's
This
so
guy
good.
has to go on the
And
wheel.
Ice Cube.
That has
It's
everybody.
too good for the
Wow.
podcast. It's
No,
too
it's
good.
not.
You can't
It's
have Ice
too
T
good.
and Ice Cube.
That's like a real movie. I don't even.
Yeah, that's gonna be too good. All those
It is
people are awesome.
way too good.
Well, I'm just gonna watch it then because I've been trying to get this
Dude.
thing on the wheel
Alright.
forever.
It's a great movie. Really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
Well, okay. Let me at least just read the synopsis. That way you can decide if it's worth watching for you, the viewer out there. We have Trespass. 2 firemen in a burning building get a treasure map. Stolen gold church items are hidden in a closed down factory in St. Louis. Once there,
course.
they're trapped in by a I'm not going to say this. A gang considering it their territory.
A glang?
Trespass.
A gland?
Gang.
A gland?
So wait,
Glenn.
the treasure is hidden in a church factory?
No.
No.
These they go into a fire and there's a guy in there really old and he hands them a treasure map because like 30 40 years ago
Stolen.
him and this other person stole all these relics from a church like
Wait, is this
gold
Hobby
and
Lobby?
things. And so
too
they go to
soon,
St.
Aaron, too
Louis to this building that's about to
Louis.
be torn down to try and find it, but they interrupt a gangland killing while they're there, and they get trapped in this one room, and it's just survival trying to get out and all.
I kind of feel like I don't need to see it anymore.
That's cool.
No, you do. It's really, really good. It's really good.
Well, I definitely want to check it out. All right, so our writer and director for this film was Douglas Schulze, who has 7 credits. Hellmaster's his first, and then 10 years later, he released Dark Heaven, and his most recent work is called Mimesis Nosferatu.
That looks
from
cool.
2018.
Did you watch the trailer for that? There's
Which one?
throwbacks to this movie in that trailer. His most recent. Yeah, like they use the red signage and stuff like they do on this one. It's
Oh
cool.
my god, the fucking red sign. we
It's
gotta
cool.
talk
He
about
throws back to this movie. In it.
Oh, I want to see this. Can we? It's
It
on
looks
Tubi.
cool. It looks really cool.
I don't even know how you say this. Mimesis?
I think we should watch a
Mimesis?
couple of his movies.
Mimesis?
frankly.
Dude,
They
it's
look
got
like they get really
motherfucking
good.
Kirsty Swanson and
Oh,
Lance
God.
Henriksen up in here.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirsty Swanson.
Oh,
went
Henderson
crazy,
stars
right?
in it.
A little
yeah.
That's okay.
bit. Doesn't matter.
Don't matter. She probably gets killed by Mimesis anyways. Dude, this looks pretty sweet.
How funky
I
is your
know. That's what
chicken?
I'm saying. I was watching all those trailers. They look
Dude,
good.
fucking some lady just picked up a water heater or like a water
know.
softener and hit a
It looks
lady, hit a
violent.
guy with it. Or
There's
maybe
like
it's
there's
a,
like zombie night. Yeah, like it looks cool, man.
it's like not a water heat. What are those things that fumigate in the basement and take all the moisture out?
A dehumidifier?
Dehumidifier.
Fumigate the basement. What do you have
Fumigate.
bugs? Like, what are you doing over
You
there?
people. All right.
Fumigate the basement.
And then, no, this looks cool.
It looks really cool.
I haven't seen Lance Henriksen once though, so
we shouldn't forget about that one.
Okay, definitely check that one out.
we definitely will forget about that.
All right, so some other works.
I already
you should
forgot.
check out.
I don't even know.
Another
talking
one of
about?
his films that looks terrible, but we should probably check it out. Dark Fields, starring one David Carradine.
Oh shit.
Is it filmed in Lancaster? Because I would love that.
Dude, it's got Richard Lynch in it too, and
What?
Dee Wallace.
Yep,
All right, that we definitely need to watch.
it's got bad
Madness.
reviews. I'm
I
sure
think we
it's
gotta watch
terrible.
all of
David
them. We gotta watch them
Carradine.
all.
From 2000.
Yeah, that's a selling.
2009. So
Wow.
follows 3 generations of a cursed farming community. Cursed farming, perhaps, community that turn to human sacrifices to appease an evil that haunts
That
the
sounds so
brain.
Stop
cool.
farming curses.
That sounds so
You
cool.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm kind of with you there, Chris.
Dark fields.
This looks
And then-
awful.
We need to check this one out.
Great
Been on the list
movie.
forever.
What is that move?
This has been on the
wanna
list
sit
forever.
on my
It's a move of a
shotgun?
badass.
He's such a badass.
Wanted. Dead or
Suck on this.
alive.
Nick
I'm not gonna
Randall's
read the whole
longer
thing.
He's a
as
loner, a legend.
a bounty hunter.
He's
He's
dressed
the
in
best
leather.
there is at a job he hates.
Even his underwear is made of leather.
He made a
We
movie
could talk about
me.
that in
All
this
right.
movie.
Yeah, I know. John Saxon. Jesus Christ.
Everything happening up in there.
Oh man.
You imagine like going into like a classroom in leather and it's just like a dead silent classroom and you're just like every time you move your body.
That'd be awful. So our cinematography for this film was by Michael Goy, who has 74
yeah.
credits, mostly
just
for
real.
TV series. He's been done a ton of TV series. Most recently for like American Horror Story for a couple years, and also most recently was Big Sky. I'm not sure what that show's about, but the dude has a lot of credits. He's obviously a pretty talented guy. We'll get into the cinematography aspect of this film.
Yeah,
for sure.
We got to talk about that.
We're gonna have to
But
talk
our
about
music. Our music was by Diana Kroll and John Trainer. This is their sole credit between the two of them.
it. SOUL.
Crime.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Whatever.
we
Okay.
get it.
But
Yeah. All right.
there's
Okay.
one thing we do need to talk about. The makeup artist for this film was John Henkel.
Winkle.
And it is his only makeup credit.
Romero.
However, he has special effects credits for a movie with a proboscis. It's called Mosquito.
Mojito.
Oh, that movie was so
Did
sweet.
you work with
It was awesome.
Romero? Maybe that was wrong.
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's all I have
Wow, Aaron.
for this
That
week.
was nice. That was a nice little history hole you got
Thank
there.
you.
know?
Thank you. Thank you.
Good history
Brought to you
hole.
by our sponsor.
That cover's cool too.
Sweet Baby Ray's. What are you fucking hanging out with Zuckerberg? Dude, I have a smoker and you have the Sweet Baby Ray's.
There
You
you
can be
go.
just like Zuckerberg.
We could make Grill Master.
Put the
Real
sauce
themed
on our face.
remake. That'd be good.
All right, time to move on for Lindsay's rabbit hole.
It's time for the rabbit hole. Grab your rope and your galoshes and prepare to dive deep into your host's wealth of knowledge with more connections than a LinkedIn recruiter or a Wikipedia editor on a 5-day met bender. Here's your host, Lindsay Washburn.
You're good, Lindsay.
Okay. Well, here's our movie, Hellmaster. This was the coolest cover I could find.
That's
That's
cool.
Very cool
Sweet.
cover.
And there were a lot of odd characters in this movie. One of which was Mama Jones, which I'm sure we'll discuss more in depth later. But
Robert Zadar.
well, actually, it was played by a guy called Ron Ashton. It's like
That was a guy?
it's Ashton, not Ashton. I
Okay.
misspelled it here, but yeah, he
Blind dude.
has like 75 music credits on IMDb, and mostly for things like Kong Skull Island, Crow City of Angels, a couple of the Grand Theft
Sweet.
Auto games.
Why did they let this guy do the music for this movie?
Yeah, really.
I don't know, because I think he's kind of friends with the director because he was in a couple of the other writer-directors' films as well.
He was in the Stooges.
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm getting to. But he was in the Stooges.
Oh, he was in the Stooges?
I know,
Why'd you
it's
say
just
something?
crazy. It's just crazy. Can you believe that? It's just such a surprise. He was in the Stooges. He's the guy in the sunglasses in the middle.
That's cool.
And he played bass and guitar for them. And this Stooges was fronted
Cool.
by Iggy Pop.
Provocative.
This is what he looks like now.
Oh yeah.
Pop it.
That's a good
I think
time in
his
Florida
pants
right
are
there,
a little
guys.
too small there.
Dude, that's
Little
how my
bit.
pants look like.
I mean,
It's like
I-
an
you gotta
enigma.
unbutton
How does that
them
even happen?
sometimes.
But believe it or not,
Dude, Wait, hold on. I have a theory. I feel like he
Just-
got his ding dong stuck in that, and that's why his pants never come off.
It's possible. It's possible.
I can't unzip anymore.
This
But
has been a
believe-
meme too, hasn't it?
Sorry, go ahead, Lizzie.
Okay, believe it or not, his body and movements that he does on stage were the inspiration for a character in a little film called Lord of the Rings. And this character was Gollum.
Gollum.
What?
I
Yes.
I kind of
Could've
see
played
that,
him.
actually. Yeah.
Andy Serkis
got the
played
leather
him.
going.
But as far as like the creature design and stuff, they kind of modeled it a little bit on Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop.
Yes.
That's great.
Poor guy.
But this wasn't the first time Gollum was in a feature film. There was also the 1978 sort of live action Lord of the Rings.
Animated.
And he looked like this. This was the best picture I could find from
That looks a
Gollum
lot
from
like
that
Iggy Pop.
movie.
That
It still
kind of
looks
looks like Spiv.
You've got the same body fat percentage.
It's
a little
very
bit.
Scooby Doo-esque.
You just need to add a beard. But he was voiced by a guy called Peter Woodthorpe. And this guy was in a ton of movies throughout like the 50s, 60s, and 70s, all the way up to, I think he died in like the year 2000 or something like that. But he was in a movie called The Skull back in 1965, I want to say. And there were a
looks
lot
really
of, no, it does look really cool. There were a lot of notable people in this film, including Christopher Lee,
Whoa,
who also
looks so
played
young there.
Saruman
Wow.
in Lord of the Rings.
Then again,
Yeah.
So
he's like what? He was 95 when he
circle.
died.
he was pretty old.
He was,
He was
super
old, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. But that's the rabbit hole.
He was in a metal band.
He did a
Hypothetically,
lot of
Well,
stuff.
he sang with Rhapsody for a while. Is that what you mean, Aaron?
Well, he did like voice acting or whatever for them, right?
Yeah.
He did a song where he actually sang.
Yeah.
Called The Wizard or something like that.
Yeah.
would you
That's really
would you
cool.
rather
He is a wizard.
look like Iggy Pop or like Chester A. Arthur?
Chester Arthur.
I mean,
You're just
Iggy
saying that to
Pop
be nice.
now or
You
Iggy
don't
Pop
actually mean
then?
it.
Iggy Pop then, yes.
Yeah.
Chester A. Arthur now.
I think life would be a lot easier if you weighed about 110 pounds like that. Think of how easy it is to carry your body around, Chris. It sounds pretty nice.
I don't
I mean-
carry I'm literally not carrying. I don't hold it. It's just there.
He's keto now, Aaron. He's
Yeah, I'm keto. Get off my fucking.
down
Chris,
to
I got you those
140.
keto cookies.
Fuck
I'm
you.
on too. I thought you liked them. I thought they were cool. It's like, oh, this
keto
is right up your alley.
cookies.
Look, they're marketing
No,
right
you
to
don't buy that shit. That shit is awful and it's not good. No
Have
offense.
you had
Sorry,
it?
I appreciate you looking. No, but I've had keto stuff before.
It's from Aldi, so you know it's going to be good.
Oh, really? I've never been
Yeah.
to Aldi.
It's like Aldi stuff.
Man,
We'll do that in the keto section, guys.
Airliner Sky Battle from 2020. This sounds like a
No,
runner-up.
that will win,
to
and
Air
I'm
Panic.
done. No, it's time to move on.
I want to play.
Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienight and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienight. All right, we are here to talk about Hellmaster. AJ, what did you think of the Hellmaster?
I like the Hellmaster. I'm not going to lie.
Like the
When it first started, I was a little wary about it. But as it went on, it grew on me. Grew on me like that mole you can't get rid of. Just gets bigger and bigger until it pops. And then you're just like, fucked, you know?
Yeah,
I don't
burn
think
the
moles are
house
supposed
It's
to
down.
not a
pop.
mole.
It's like a
Oh, it was
cyst.
something. It was something.
Bed bugs.
No, I really like this movie. Had some pacing and number issues with characters, but I thought it was great. For what they had and what they worked with, the story could have used a little bit better, but man, there's some cool things happening in this movie. And there's lots of like Dario Argento influence with like the cinematography and stuff, which I was here for. Special effects I was here for. The gore I was here for. It was a fun time.
Professor Spiff.
Chris. This movie was terrible, AJ. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
What?
This.
Terrible.
Like if you took the scenes on their own, they would be okay. 'Cause it's made competently. There's some cool stuff with the lighting. The makeup is nice, but the story made no sense at all. The pacing was way off. I mean, the creatures come to this college like with an hour left of the movie. It's just
It's all third act.
it's the whole movie is third act, and they skip the second act. Like, what's the conflict here? Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Too much plot.
Fun.
Got it.
Too much fun.
Just temperature
Not
wasn't
not
fun.
enough. Not enough people reading from a notebook.
That's fair. That's fair.
Rebecca, what'd you think?
I don't know. I went back and forth on this one. Like at some parts, I was on board, and then it would lose me a little bit. I wasn't bored the entire time, which was definitely a step up from last week, where it was just a slog to get through. I think this one I was like over stimulated, trying to figure out what was going on, because it was a lot, but
That's cool.
it was interesting.
Lindsay.
This movie was a giant shit show. Like there were so many different genres, and the only redeeming qualities as far as like an actual movie that it had was some of the lighting. It reminded me of the original Suspiria a lot with that, but that's about as far as that comparison goes. And the characters were terrible, but there was a lot to enjoy on a bad movie level, as far as how ridiculous the characters are, how bad the writing was, and just how stupid everything was. So,
Aaron.
Yeah, man, I think pretty much everybody's already hit the nail on the head. This is a problematic film in the fact that it's like you're starting in the third leg of the movie. I don't know how else you really want to say it. It's just like you don't know why you're there. And there's always conflicting things going on. I mean, this guy is a scientist creating a drug that makes absolutely no sense, but somehow it's affecting the people that aren't taking the drug. And then you have this person that has telepathy, and you have horrible acting. But I did like the lighting. I did like some of the gore, and the effects were really cool. I was not bored like Rebecca. It didn't bore me, so that's a plus right there. The music is painful.
What?
Really? Did you like Baby Clint Howard?
I wrote down the words are off the chain.
What? No, the waltz crap. Every other scene, it cuts to this waltz music.
What is going on?
Fucking terrible.
What is going on here?
You good, Aaron?
What's going on here?
I'm just complaining. Okay. So yeah, I guess.
This movie reminded me of Phantasm a little bit, in that it's like a weird hodgepodge of ideas. The thing of it is like in Phantasm it works, and this doesn't quite work. But I like a lot of the stuff they're doing. I think the whole problem is that the narrative is like nonsense, hard to follow. But like Spiv said, every individual scene, I was like, that's pretty cool. There's too many characters. Don't care about any of them. No, like.
There's no stakes.
Protagonist. Yeah,
there's no protagonist. There's no inciting incident. There's
nothing.
Certain
They
beats.
just show up.
There's just nothing. Yeah, there's just nothing.
It's mystery.
Gotta watch out for that church bus.
Yeah.
That
church bus is pretty scary. Let's be honest.
I'm not.
But it didn't go anywhere. It's like, where was that from?
Well, now the bus.
It was on the radio.
It was on the radio.
Where does it have to come from?
But it said it killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why. Why was he there? Why did the professor guy go there to get people?
Don't. You're thinking too much.
Well, see, I think the fundamental problem is that I have no idea what happens in this movie.
Exactly. Yes, that's the problem.
Everything happens.
That's why it's fun.
And then when it ended, I was like, I have no idea what happened.
The ending made no sense either.
Made no sense. It does have a cool opening though. It's got the guy, Professor Moriarty, writing in his dark office next to an oscillating
God, look
fan.
at that red tie. It's absurd.
Which I want to talk about this oscillating fan for once. Because why is a fan oscillating if it's just one person? Wouldn't you just want that thing pointed straight at you?
Oh,
No,
no,
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
because you got to get the
Times.
breeze moving.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
gotta
want
make
just a constant.
You got to
in your
have a
face.
flow
No,
of
right
like
in my
air
face.
through the room.
No,
It has
guys.
to
Wind in
maneuver.
the hair.
You
Yes.
must be extra sweaty
No,
or something.
oscillating fans are for
Yes.
when there's multiple people that need to be hit by that fan juice.
No, it's for when you
that's
want air to move
wrong.
around the room.
The little
not
oscillating
just
fan was like
It's not
directly
a
at you.
satisfying when it's
piece.
hot and you get a
Yeah.
slight breeze and then the breeze goes away.
Fan
That's
No,
technology.
it's better because
came
you're
from
like,
Okay.
oh, I'm
fans.
warm. Oh, cool.
Then why don't
Uh-huh.
ceiling fans oscillate around like spin and turning?
They
They're
do if you
able
hang them,
to-
Because they're
Swirl
dangerous.
the-
That would kill people.
It's like,
People are
oh
gonna get
shit!
killed by
Steve
them
got his
every
hand
day.
cut off by the fan.
Happens every day.
Okay, I guess I'm wrong about the oscillating fan. I just thought that was weird. But
There's
he's in
a-
there.
There's a really cool sequence in that opening because
Talk about the fan.
he's talking about evidently 20 years ago they stumbled across whatever this guy was doing in a basement room.
That was cool.
That
But there-
found footage thing.
That doc
But
footage.
my
they
life
did
is
a
in
really
danger.
cool transition with the sound because you hear him typing on the typewriter
Mm-hmm.
and it slows down and it transitions into heartbeats when they go
was
in.
cool.
That was such a
Yeah.
cool effect.
This was cool. This was pretty dark. This
This
Yeah.
this
I was
could have
like,
been
oh, what are we
really
getting
If the
good.
whole
into?
movie
Yes.
was like this, I'd have liked it a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
very
this could have been
scary
really
if it was
good,
like this.
but I think the makeup looked like a '70s movie.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Well,
But
the
otherwise
lighting
it was
makes
low
that
budget. Yeah.
the lighting
It's a
makes
very
that
low
worse
budget
too. 'Cause you're
movie.
blasting with that bright white light.
But I liked all that stuff. I
Yeah,
thought
I
the
liked it
opening
too.
was interesting.
It was cool.
I was on board.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the point of the opening was at this point.
There was none.
It was
He's
a
like
flashback.
writing a letter.
And that's
It's
what.
just establishing.
Yeah,
his
he's
character.
just had the word
Journalist
out.
and
Yeah, he's a journalist. He's uncovered
Mhm.
the professor's experiment at the university.
See, I didn't realize he was
Or
a
at- or
journalist
with
until the
homeless people.
end.
I thought he
I thought it was a
uncovered
detective.
the professor's experiment at the church. Wasn't that the cross on the door?
I
Was
think
in
it
the church
was it the
basement?
church or was I thought it was.
I thought that was
with
the opening
homeless.
setup.
But-
No, see, we don't know.
But
All right,
any-
see, nobody knows
it
what the
just
fuck
says,
happened.
yeah.
Nobody
No.
fucking knows.
But I don't care. It was still fun.
I got my hopes up because
Okay.
it starts with a Nietzsche quote, and then they're at Kant University. And there's two philosophers, and then it just drops in. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a technical school? Isn't that what the sign said in
Yeah,
red
so
that
sign
they
said-
printed out for the
They're
movie?
$15
Yeah.
signs.
But
I,
you guys, it was a prestigious school that only the best students
Right,
go
they only-
to, and
Yes.
only 9 of
Only
them go
accepts
there.
people that
Probably because
carry
everyone
whips
else was
around.
Half
murdered
of
the
them
year
shouldn't
before.
go there.
prestigious because they all have to wear headphones in
Because
class.
everyone else
Yes.
is dead.
With a bunch of
Class.
TVs.
And they've got
Yeah,
30
they're-
televisions.
The
one
original
professor at
Zoom
this
class, right? Before it was a
was-
thing.
In person Zoom.
I thought it was a pre-recorded video. I'm like, why do they need headsets with?
I thought they
It was
were
cool.
international.
It was
Yeah.
probably like a
Like
tech
they-
thing.
it was
like
probably
it was
like really,
translating.
it was
Yeah.
probably really cool tech at the time or something, and they made it feel like it was a state-of-the-art university. That's
The
probably
cool
what it
thing is
was.
this was actually shot at a real active
Mental
facility,
institution,
mental
yeah.
hospital.
It's creepy.
You know
I
what
like the
they're-
way they staged those TVs in like a pattern.
Yeah.
It was like 3, 2, 1 or whatever, or 3, 1,
You know what
2.
it would have
Made no
really
sense.
helped with this movie is you have a
Plot that was
couple
coherent.
large shots where there's a lot of people on campus or a lot of people in like an assembly classroom or something. So you have like a scale that there are other people in this college besides these 8 characters, because that was really hard to get around. Like,
It was.
It's obviously just an abandoned
It's very
building with 8 kids.
prestigious.
Just get a
Let's-
couple like big scale shots, you know?
Yeah.
Let's
and then,
take a
the
look
paint's
at-
peeling off the walls
Yeah.
and stuff in the dorm. It's
Well,
Let's take a look at the introduction
like that.
to the college.
not a
That was such
cool.
a. It was
They need
cool
some
'cause
landscapers.
that made me think of like The Omen or something like
Yeah.
that. It was very much in that style, but it just didn't go anywhere.
feels like a George Romero kind of thing. Like it's very desolate. You know, the zombies are going to strike any
Feel
moment.
that a little bit, yeah.
I liked all this so far. When
Yeah.
you get to
Yeah.
the Zoom class thing and it's
Oh,
like
boy.
college philosophy with awful acting.
yeah, awful dialogue.
Well, we need it for the arc
Yeah.
and the characters. We needed that scene.
But there
'Cause
was
she
no
had to
arc.
overcome.
I think the homeless
Hold
should
on.
just go die.
AJ, I would like you.
help them.
I would like you to explain the character arcs in this movie.
Or the
Well, it was
characters
a,
themselves.
It was a moral question of her morality, which comes full circle at the end when she gives that little exposition dump from the beginning of the movie.
Well, and
she
that's
was-
why she was able to tell it wasn't him, because the
Yes.
fake him
'Cause
said
God
that
told
all
her
of the
to.
homeless should be killed
No,
or
That's
done
true.
away
You're
with.
right. You're right.
Now,
yeah.
was it thin? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But there was something there.
It must have done keto.
Uh,
I don't think keto was a
Oh,
thing.
come on.
You gotta crack that whip, Chris.
Whatever.
Why did that
Oh,
guy have a
AJ.
whip? Why
Why
did
did
he
he?
have a
I
whip?
don't. I don't know.
Because he's
He
helping you
found
to
it in the
whip
prop room, and he
He's a
wouldn't
fan.
let it alone.
And it's not even a real whip. It's one of the
he made me
cheap
do it.
costume ones that you get.
He made me do it.
He was a
You
jerk.
have lots of
Look,
whips. Are you like
His,
a whip
his
expert?
character was jerk.
He was jerk. He was jerk, man.
Did you ever
He
meet
was a
like a
jerk.
person who has like a gimmick, like they're searching for their gimmick? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's
I
like,
want to
I'm
get
the
into
guy
Indiana
with a
Jones
whip.
hat and whip now.
Yeah, he's like, I
Can we
got a whip.
talk
That's my
about-
thing.
Can we talk about the students? Like this cast of characters. Did
Mm-hmm.
you have a favorite student?
No, they all
I
sucked.
want to. You didn't have a favorite student? My favorite was Budget Matt Dillon.
Which one was that?
The one who died with the
The guy looked like Matt Dillon. the guy
got
that
the
died
acid
in
on
the
him or
barrel.
whatever.
Yeah.
The one with
Yeah.
the greaser haircut?
Yeah, with his collar flipped up.
See,
What are
look
they
at
doing
this
there?
though.
That's one of your
What-
glaucoma
What is she
tests, Chris.
doing there?
So
Well,
I want
she's
to talk
working
about
on
this.
her telepathy skills.
I keep getting
Yeah.
images of the chapel.
And
this-
why does she have telepathy? And why do none of the
Reasons?
other students have telepathy if that's why
Maybe
she's there and that's what
Because
she's working
someone's
on?
a Stephen King fan. Like,
Maybe they already finished their homework
What do
and
you
they
mean?
went home.
writes itself.
But this set is very deliberately made that it doesn't look realistic. It looks like Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I kind of like that.
I
though.
think it's like
very
the plants
outer-worldly.
and the like.
The blue
Yeah.
It's,
shell.
Well,
it's the
every-
window
awesome.
panes. It was the stained glass windows that they
Yeah,
lit.
everything is like red or blue. Like we get this
Mm-hmm.
blue room, and then there's that hallway where the dorm rooms are. That's all red.
Yeah,
It's
made
just
red light
odd.
felt very
I think it was supposed to be
Suspiria.
a separate building, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
weird.
it wasn't
Those
until
are
it
cool.
wasn't.
Directly down the hall.
It wasn't
There's all
until
this
it
red
wasn't.
light,
That's the
yeah.
Oh,
thing.
it reminds me of what was that one we saw? Man, years ago. It
why
had
are
really
the
cool
dorm
miniatures. It
windows-
had
The dead pit.
Yeah. Right. Nah,
One where the kid threw people into the
one of
pit.
those.
All right.
Yeah.
The dead pit where
no.
it gets flooded.
Yes.
I think we got to talk about.
Yeah.
this
Remind me a
thing.
lot of that movie.
Okay, what do you want to talk about, AJ?
I want to talk about the overarching story, right? So, this professor.
Dude, do you know what an
Yes.
arc is? This is not an arc.
No, do you mean Professor?
plot.
There
wanna
is
talk about the
there
plot
is a
of the
lot of
movie.
backstory in this movie. I'm with AJ. Go ahead.
I was
lay it out.
confused. I was confused because I didn't realize 20 years had passed.
Yeah.
That's
20
what
years.
It
confused
does
me
say
the most.
20 years
20 years.
later.
Yeah. So
But
this,
then
it
it
doesn't
says
feel
6
like-
months later.
It doesn't feel like 20
So,
years. have
Hold on.
passed.
this
Wait.
professor, 20 years ago, makes this serum, unleashes
He
it on
starts
students,
experimenting on
and the
it.
building burns down for some unknown circumstances from this cover up, right? And no
Yeah.
one's talking about this. Somehow he survives or doesn't, depending on your take of the movie. And then we fast forward, and he's randomly resurrecting people 20 years later. Or was this, or was the story this other professor knew about it this whole time and was continuing his experiments with him? Like, that's what I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah. No,
quite get.
Professor Damon was continuing the work, but
Okay.
yeah, John Saxon's character disappeared for 20 years. That's how I
Well, he's been
interpret it.
living in the church.
And then he just like shows up in the basement.
And there's like flashbacks.
He was
of
in the
him,
portal.
Yeah, now this is his original experiments at the college.
Yeah, in that room that they were in.
Right.
This also gives me Prince of Darkness vibes.
Yeah, a little
see
bit.
that.
Not nearly.
No, not
Yeah,
nearly
that
as
movie's way
good.
better.
Oh,
I don't know what to make of this movie because they tried. They just threw everything at the wall, but it didn't. It didn't have good enough writing or
up,
characters
Roseface?
to make it stick. Because like all the characters were just wet noodles. Like they didn't
Yeah.
do anything. They didn't have any kind of fleshed out dimension to them
Well, they're all
whatsoever.
caricatures of
Well,
humans.
they- yeah,
like
they're
we
all
have the
still
disabled
characters.
kid. We have the The
jerk
None of
has
them are,
a-
none of them are
The
like
jock
actors.
kid.
We have the
None of
jock,
them can
we have
act at all.
The slut.
The jerk has the side job of
Oh my
taking
God,
naked
this-
photos.
That's what they called her.
is
That's the
true.
character type. That's
I like
the character type.
the cripple, as he calls
Oh, now we
himself.
have
Yeah.
our favorite students. I'm hearing it finally.
My favorite is the cripple.
Took a
'cause-
while.
Who's an
This is the-
incel, evidently.
This is the writing.
I'm a fucking cripple!
I wrote down a couple.
Turned Scottish there.
He had some
It's
really.
a little bit. There was a little brogue
Okay.
on his.
He had some very
I'm a
dark
fucking
lines.
cripple.
That kid. He had some
He
dark
did have.
lines.
There was
I
some
wrote
dark
down
shit
one
in
for
there.
him. My handicap was born. Yours was
Yeah.
a choice.
I wrote that
Yeah.
one down
Dude,
too.
his death though is hilarious.
It
She
is
just
pretty
starts
good.
beating him with his.
Yeah.
With his own
Beating a
crutch.
It's a heck of a way to go
And
out.
see, this is where I. Can we stop laughing at the crippled character?
Well, I mean,
They're not laughing at him.
But
so
I
stupid.
thought that was going to be a turning point in what was going on because I thought that John Saxon's character was like putting all this stuff in their head. So she was like beating him to death for no reason. Like he hadn't
Yeah.
been switched over or he hadn't been injected. But that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
it was
he's
just,
Psychologically manipulating them.
yeah.
So was that with the pregnancy too? Because I was really
Yeah,
confused
that was
by that.
manipulation, yeah.
He was a man of.
But how did she see
Illusions.
that if she didn't take the drugs?
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know,
exactly.
when John Saxon at one point is introduced and he's like in this weird hallway. Like, where? How did that happen?
That's
Oh, he's
under
been living in the
church.
basement.
So he can project spirals from the wall.
It was a portal.
Oh, that was
came
that was
through
just
the
a dorm
portal.
hallway. They had a cool spiral in their hallway. That's all.
With a fog machine on?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta have a fog machine. The windows are
Did
open.
you
It's a
go to
foggy night.
college?
And it comes right in. Yeah, right. Fog machines are like.
I didn't live on
machine.
campus, so.
Very
Oh,
AJ, how
you didn't
much?
get the
how,
experience.
AJ, how close does this look like to the space station? Does this look like a space station to you?
The doors are way too big.
You have never seen the inside of a space station, sir. So I don't want to hear about it.
That's true. Okay. How
I don't
can
want to
do
hear
that?
about it.
And then,
Yeah.
okay, the guy with the whip. I want to talk about this guy some more because
He
okay,
was my favorite character.
he's taking pictures of this other student. Where'd
lost
Aaron
one.
go?
Apparently, he was frozen and left. We couldn't even tell.
my internet connection keeps dropping for some reason.
And is that
Comcast.
taking place in his dorm room or a
Yes.
strip
I
club?
don't know. It's the
It was
art
his-
gallery.
No, it was across from the art gallery, right? Because they look through the window and
Are you talking about when he's taking photoshops?
Yeah.
Shots,
Yeah.
photos of that lady?
Yeah, in his
the,
dorm.
Yeah.
of the RA. Yeah.
How old
think
is
he's a
that
diva?
guy?
And why do you need an RA?
He's like
for 9
40.
kids?
All right, and we learned that he what did he do? Like peed himself or
He
something?
well,
And he had to
that's
wear a
what
diaper
she
till he was
says.
12?
Is it true?
Right.
Oh,
And that's why he doesn't wear underwear.
She's psychic, Spiv. She knows. It's true.
I was wondering why you don't have underwear.
Yeah.
She was the best character, though. Right?
The psychic lady. Yeah, well, she was
and
the
the
main
young
character.
buddy. Was she the main character?
She had
But there
some
was
really
nothing
weak
to her
stories.
character. We didn't know anything about where she came from or why she's there.
She's
she
a-
had no love
she's a
interest.
psychic.
Why
none
she's
of them
psychic.
did. None of these students had any characters.
The only thing is her brother's a security guard. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
And
terrible.
that
A
was
terrible
help-
one.
That was
doesn't
just
last.
added in to connect the security guard scene that they had.
He
already
doesn't
shot.
even help his partner.
be honest.
He's hanging with a rope.
She goes to that campus security card station, picks up the radio, and goes, "Mayday!"
Dude, I love how this university has 2 professors and 8 students.
Yeah.
That's it. And 2 security
Everybody
guards.
died.
Security guards.
Why do you
That's
think
it.
tuition's going up so high?
That is it. There's no
And they
one
all
else on
have to work the
campus.
front desk at certain points.
They do have to do that.
Well, you got to keep
Nice.
the riffraff out.
That guy has the
Or
worst
just let him in.
turtleneck. It's all stretched out.
There's no such thing as the worst turtleneck. They are all.
There's
Don't
truth
knock
in
it
that.
until you've tried it.
Saggy turtleneck.
right?
There's a lot.
Is that Mitch McConnell's nickname? Sorry,
Is that a euphemism?
my bad.
Probably on
Saggy turtleneck.
Mitch McConnell.
Urban Dictionary.
like an
I
uncircumcised
mean, but this
piece.
this movie did have a lot of pluses. Like
Yeah, it did.
the gore
Name 'em.
effects were ridiculous.
I thought the shots
And the
were
special
good.
effects, yeah, some of that stuff was cool. Even
There
some
was
of the
fun,
illusions.
When they what's his face?
On Saxon?
No, the the little kid creature, the Clint
Oh,
Howard.
Howard. Yeah.
When he's like snotting and bleeding out of his
Oh, yeah.
nose, I wanted to
yeah.
puke. That was so disgusting.
Yeah.
That was
Clint Howard can't
God.
help
Oh,
it. He
yeah,
was told-
Joey-
yeah, dude,
his name was
Clint Howard
Joey
got
the
some
Monkey.
Omicron. That's what that shit was.
when that
I
scene
wrote it
came
down.
on.
His name's Joey the Monkey.
Doesn't
Yes,
he rip his
that's
head
right.
off too, or
So was that played by a
razor
child?
face?
No,
it had to have
maybe,
been.
but
I think
I
so.
think
Or a
it's
little
a
person,
small,
maybe.
a little person probably with a mask.
It's very
then-
confusing.
The other one I just called Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah, yeah.
exactly
girl,
like
yeah.
her. Yeah.
And then you had the nurse as well.
The
or the
nun.
nun.
Yeah.
Nun. It was none of your
The nun
business.
was
but-
cool.
She took forever
Nanya.
to die.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing was, it was like, what was the point of this drug? He said it was to make people superhuman,
Reward.
but they're not that superhuman.
No,
I
they're
mean-
just addicted to it.
Well,
Yeah.
they are in his eyes, yeah.
Okay. Well,
So,
at
yeah.
one point, John Saxon takes the main character lady and says, "I need someone to be my bride to breed my race."
Yeah.
But if he
And then-
needs to, but if he needs to
Bow.
breed them, what does he need the drug for?
No, so if you inject the drug
Yeah.
into somebody without mixing it with their blood, then they die. But if you mix it with their blood and inject them, then
That's why
you
they had
become
that
John
syringe
Saxon's
You
needle.
become
under
another
John Saxon's
race
control.
of creature. Yeah.
Their
But then
blood
she injected-
neutralizes the acid.
and she injected herself because she has psychic powers too.
Yeah, and then
And then
she
she
kind
can
of
use it to
turns
control
his
him.
own thing on him. Yeah,
Yeah, because she was more powerful than him.
Yeah.
that is a cool syringe.
Classic
though.
Stephen King storyline.
It's a classic storyline here. This movie makes
What a
With a
movie.
similarly bad
She
ending.
buried her brother, the cop, in the pet cemetery, and he came back.
He came back.
He rode on that motorized coffin down the hallway.
Why did the security cops have weapons? So that all the other characters have guns later in the movie?
Pretty much. And one of them
Yeah.
has like the baton, like there's like a
there's
blade
like a
that
scythe
snaps
coming out
out.
of it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like
Switchblade
a
baton.
bone saw.
that was
with,
pretty
like-
cool weapon though. I mean, that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Right?
Yeah, but they used it 8,000 times.
So
True. But I don't know. This
Oh, here it
this
is.
movie confuses me
Really?
because
what did you
nothing
think?
nothing makes sense in it. There's no reason. There's no rules
Right.
to anything. It's
Exactly.
just this
a
looks
bunch of
cool. Let's
scenes
do
with
that.
How does he make the other people hallucinate things? They're not taking the drugs.
He's a psychic.
So is he supernatural? But if he's supernatural, why does he need to inject these people
He's
to
the
turn them into his
Hellmaster,
minions?
Aaron.
Dude,
That's what I'm saying.
Did you,
It's
Yeah.
this
did you
weird
miss
mixture
that he's the
Hellmaster.
Hellmaster? Okay,
He's
frankly,
the
I feel like you missed
Hellmaster.
he's the Hellmaster.
What do you think that means?
Yeah, what do you think that
You
means?
get a-
Yeah,
you-
What do you think that
explain
means?
to me.
You think he
Yeah,
got that title down at the DMV?
Yeah. Do you think they just willy nilly give out the title of Hellmaster to
Hellmasters?
anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You join
No,
his
you
team, you get a
You have
fun
to earn
nickname.
that shit.
You go to hell, you become a master, and you come back.
become a
And
master.
also,
Okay.
why can't any
Yeah.
of these characters leave? Why can't they leave?
Because they're in hell.
Because they have tuition.
The bus blocked the gate.
Dude,
They've already paid for the semester.
Dude, the government will not forgive these student loans.
And, and
Walk away.
it's not like
They're
they're
only
trying to.
freshmen. They're not allowed to park on campus.
Right? They're cars.
And it's not like they're trying to run away from these creatures. They just stand there and stare at them. And there's one point where the two girls and the little girl go to the art place,
She beats a cripple.
the art studio, and they're like, okay, let's sit here and rest. Rest from what?
Yeah.
You haven't done anything.
We're not
Dude,
going to be
that's
able
like-
to make it the whole way across campus.
That's
To the
every
road.
horror slasher movie.
But there's usually some reason why they can't leave. Like,
They parked this church bus in the entrance.
oh my god.
How did the little girl
So walk
show up in
around
the
it and
auditorium
leave.
when
Yeah,
she was
where did
down on
the-
the highway?
Where did the little girl come
Yeah.
from?
Yeah, where did
See,
she
I thought
come
she was a
from?
plant the whole time. I thought she was part
yeah, I
of
was
this
sure.
ringmaster.
Oh, the little
But I
girl
was-
came from that
Was
lady
she
with
on
her
the school
dad.
bus?
Yeah,
And
on
you
the
just
But
side
how
of the
did she
highway.
get to the university?
She hopped the bus and took an Uber.
She
and
took
Greenwich
the
or
bus.
something?
She took the nun bus.
She just hung out on the outside.
If Mother was driving, this never would have happened.
Did you guys
What
ever
was-
see Spookies? I know AJ did,
Yeah, Spookies is a good time.
but I kind of get a Spookies vibe from this because it's just like a bunch of vignettes
Disheveled
of
stuff.
weird
Weird-
scenes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think if the characters were a little more fleshed out, this would have been a much, much better movie.
If John Saxon was like he's cool, but like his character makes no sense either. If like just like someone was like prominent in the movie that we followed along and all this crazy stuff happened.
Well, and like for the first half, I thought the guy with all the cuts in his face was like the ringleader for this.
That's
thing.
what I thought.
Bobby
'Cause he felt like-
Razorface.
Yeah,
Dude, he's just Bobby Razorface.
Yeah.
Okay?
But I think
just like the
I think that's the big issue. We have no character to root for or follow, or I just wanted them all to fucking die. Just kill
That's pretty
everybody.
much what happened, though. That is pretty much
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, that's-
But it didn't happen
Razorface.
quick enough.
Bobby Razorface sees footage of the experiment on himself. And
Yeah.
gets kind of sentimental. And then she stabs him in the head.
Oh man, look at that makeup where he's ripping his head off. You guys didn't like any
That's
of
what,
that?
yeah, that part
I'll
was
tell
great.
you,
No, the
that out.
makeup's cool, but that doesn't save the movie.
the sum of the parts is less than the whole.
I don't know.
Saxon's-
I think you guys are being again really hard on this movie.
It's
No, I'm sure if you watch this with a
And then-
group of people, you could riff on it through the whole thing.
she sees all of this,
And this is
but then
pretty
he's not
entertaining.
there,
Pretty entertaining stuff.
right?
So yeah, exactly. So
This is
what-
very
Did it
entertaining.
happen? Was he ever there? Is she the Hellmaster?
This
She
is
is
no
now.
witchcraft,
Hellmaster?
gentlemen. This is no witchcraft. you
The
know what
guy
I'm
who
saying?
wrote and directed this movie is the Hellmaster because that's what we're all in, trying to figure out what the hell happened in it.
Maybe John Saxon wasn't ever there, and they're all hallucinating.
And
right. It's
they
probably
could
a
have
gas
gone
leak or
down-
something.
And they could have gone down that avenue because at the end you see his supposedly dead hand and some other hand takes the ring off his finger. And it's like, what does that mean? Who's that?
He's no longer the
Sequel.
Hellmaster. Is Satan taking his
If
ring
you liked
off
it,
of
you
him.
should have put a ring on
He's
it.
been shunned back to the depths. Hell,
Beyonce said it
melted
best,
Onto
Beyonce.
the floor. You know. There you go.
So this movie's
No.
just a mess.
It's a
I think
fucking
we're,
mess.
we're all agreeing this
It's
is
a
complete
huge
mess.
Yeah.
pile
It's
of
entertaining,
mess.
but it's a
Oh
mess.
my god, what's going on in
Competently
this show
made.
tonight?
I don't know if it is not competently written for sure.
Where's
but
going off the pod?
Yeah, you know.
Where's the pod going?
Where's the pod
it going?
going, AJ? We like watching.
Where's it
good,
gone?
Bad movies.
I don't know.
You know where it's
know,
going?
this is-
Right in the trash.
it's
It's just in the
definitely
trash.
interesting.
I'm just ending it and deleting this, so it never existed.
Like that
I mean, you stack
grandma's
this up
house.
to any of the witchcrafts. This is a fucking masterpiece,
This
frankly.
is way better than a witchcraft.
AJ,
On a
You guys
square,
are being,
sca-
again,
on a
we-
square
we
for
say
so
both
hard on
tests.
this movie.
AJ, I think you
So
make a
hard
very, very interesting
this
point.
movie.
I think everyone's getting a little bit spoiled. Is what's
Yeah, this is
happening.
ridiculous. This is what happened the last episode too. We had too many high action
Outpost
movies,
Zeta was amazing.
too much cool stuff, and now we're
No,
back into the
Outpost Zeta
grudge.
was pure
and
trash.
We can't
This is
get,
way
we just
better.
can't get through it.
You guys deserve witchcraft. That's what you fucking
I'm
deserve.
disappointed. I'm disappointed in
We're
everybody.
doing witchuary.
No,
disappointed me.
I think the thing that's frustrating is this has a lot of potential. It just
Yeah.
needs some goddamn story.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
got the
alright.
effects. They've
Sure.
got the camera work.
Sure.
They've got terrible actors. Like
It
it could be a
needs-
really fun, bad horror movie.
It needs a
But
second act.
Exactly.
I think-
it can't just start on the third act
You
and then end on the
introduce
first.
the characters and then
It's entertaining.
And this movie didn't do anything that I haven't seen before either.
Sure.
Yeah, but
I feel like this guy, because he wrote, directed, produced, all that shit, I feel like he has this very clear idea of the story in his head, but fundamentally failed to produce that for an
Right.
audience to understand and grasp.
Yep.
So while some of it works, a lot of it just is incoherent. So if you have like a really ambitious storyline that's complicated, it's hard to tell. I could see that failing. Although
To
I'm not even
show.
sure
It's hard to
how
show.
complicated this was. I don't know. Let's listen to some of that music though, because I didn't think it was that bad.
Now that
Dude,
part wasn't that bad.
the
If that's not
opening-
like 7 minutes into a Symphony X song, I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
The opening music was fantastic. I
It
wrote
was.
down these keyboards are fucking kicking right now.
It was all the
was
middle
so good.
parts of the movie where they
It was
just
so
keep
good.
going back to this same like waltz music over and over again. It's just it makes no sense. It kills like the feeling.
And with John Saxon's character, I couldn't tell what kind of bad guy they were going for. Is he like a crazy professor? Is he a mad scientist? They almost gave him like
duster.
They almost gave him like Freddy Krueger vibes at one moment with some of the stuff he was doing.
He's the Hellmaster.
When he
But they never,
kinda
they
guy.
never,
You know,
they
he's an
never
illusion.
flesh that out though. That's something that we have to grasp at.
Yeah.
It's the movie
leather.
doesn't tell us that. The
leather
movie does
the leather
nothing.
jacket.
Leather duster.
Does it all.
Dude, he's the Hellmaster, Lindsay. What
what
do you
more
not
do you need?
understand?
You can't
What
just
do
say
you
he's
need?
the Hellmaster.
I don't
That's like,
understand anything.
that's like asking, what is Freddy Krueger?
What is Freddy Krueger? Yeah,
What is he? He's in your
He
dreams.
was a
What does that
child
mean?
killer who wants
What does that
revenge on the people of the town for murdering
100%.
him.
And where'd you learn that?
Lindsay. 100%. Yeah.
Through the
Nightmare on
movies?
Elm Street
Exactly.
7
Through a
or
plot
something like
dump,
that?
yeah.
Right?
The
in the
first one.
This is
The
it. It's in
first
the
one.
first-
The
This-
first
it was in the
movie,
first
they
one.
tell you
Yeah.
that.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but
here.
what
They're
about
building
what about
story.
Jason
They're
Voorhees? You don't know
building.
anything about him.
We didn't get Act 1 or Act 2
You
done in
get
the film yet.
you get
They
everything
plot
about
dumped that one,
Jason.
too.
I 100% agree, Lindsay. Yeah, but Michael Myers.
So you're saying we needed a plot dump in the last scene?
Yeah, but those characters are much simpler. They're literally just
Spiff.
chasing after you and murdering people. This
Spiff,
guy's
we needed-
breeding some sort of weird cult and may or may not have powers, but he might
It's
be
cool.
a scientist.
That is cool.
pretty cool.
He's a professor scientist.
Dude, he's
It's
a
cool.
Hellmaster professor.
Dr.
Spiff,
Hellmaster
Spiff,
MD.
we needed a plot dump, and unfortunately, all we got was a dump.
We got a few dumps
No, I'm kidding.
throughout the movie. We get a few exposition dumps, but they don't make any sense.
No.
And they
What was with
contradict each other.
What was with the clown cackle occasionally sprinkled in? What was that?
Yeah, that was weird.
That was
I
the
wrote
lady.
that down.
That was
I wrote
that was
down
Julia
clown-
Louis-Dreyfus.
Clown
Yeah.
cackling off screen. No, it wasn't always with her. It was just like randomly someone would be walking through the hallway and you hear this.
Because it's spooky.
I was getting Secrets of the Clown vibe. That's what I was saying.
Oh my God.
That's why I didn't know if anyone
Don't
else
tempt
got
me
that.
with a good
I don't
time,
think.
there, AJ.
Didn't you
Clown
get that?
knows all the secrets of the plot. Got it.
Oh boy, secrets of the clown.
Secrets of the plot.
All right.
I think
Anything
we're talking
else?
about this.
Anything else? Okay.
Anything else? No.
All right. We don't need that. Okay. Any alternate titles?
Yes,
Just a
I've
couple.
won.
Wow. Okay, let's hear it.
God's not dead.
Unfortunately, the movie
He's just
opens with a
taking a
Nietzsche
nap.
quote that says "God is dead."
I know, but they keep saying it through the entire
I
movie.
I got Smell Master.
That was one of mine, you bastard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you didn't have any. What do you got?
I just have Waltz of the Dead. I kept hearing waltz music. Dead Man Waltzing.
Aaron
The
like had a
Pusher
YouTube
Man.
of waltz music on the background.
And Lord of Delusions.
When you're having a stroke,
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Is that true, Rebecca?
What did you say?
Dawn was probably in the other room listening to Strauss or something.
Stradivarius.
The Waltz King.
Okay. AJ, would you recommend the Hellmaster?
I would highly recommend the Hellmaster.
Highly recommend.
I feel like
Yeesh.
a lot of people are shitting on tonight, but comparatively in like what we've been watching and in the horror of what we've been watching, I could take a backseat to story and plot. You got entertainment value, you got gore, you got cool visuals. I just don't see what the big fuss is about.
Doesn't seem the big fuss. Spiv.
I think the big fuss is that all those cool visuals made no sense put together. So it's not really a movie? But no, I don't recommend this one. Pass.
Rebecca.
I think I am going to
Shame,
recommend it
shame.
just because it has some interesting pieces to it. And like I said before, I wasn't bored, so it was something.
It was definitely something.
Lindsay.
I would recommend this one, even though I don't. It's not a good movie at all. It's borderline good bad, but it has a lot of just bad in it. But there's so much. They try so many different things and styles in this movie that it's interesting on that level. So for those reasons, I would recommend it.
Aaron.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll recommend this because of the various parts of the movie that are really good, but the sum of the total of everything is not a good film at all. But it is entertaining if you like that sort of movie, if you like the gore. It's just not going to be a good movie. keep that in mind going into it. You're not going to really know what the hell's going on. Just enjoy it for what it is there.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I thought it was interesting. I think it has more positives than negatives.
True.
So, and it's on Tubi. What?
What's up, AJ?
Why are you laughing?
It's unexpected.
Yeah, it's funny.
What have you been drinking?
All right. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did. It's bizarre. All right. Time to move on. Play a game.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of confidence, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly implicit. Shall we play?
All right, this one was hard to try to decide what to do a game on because there was just so much. So I went with weird college majors.
Ooh.
It was a weird college movie. So, which of these courses is not included in a degree in adventure education? Whitewater kayaking, wilderness expedition, rock climbing fundamentals, or spelunking exploration?
Spelunking.
Wilderness.
This is a college degree.
Spelunking.
Wilderness is the
spelunking
one
in
that
college.
sticks out to me. Because the other ones are similar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Wilderness expedition.
too.
That's like your
It's like
internship
too
that you do.
vague.
It is spelunking.
Oh, is that picture of that guy who got stuck and died?
No, that's not him, but
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
What instrument can you major in at Carnegie Mellon? Is it accordion, bagpipes, theremin, or didgeridoo?
bagpipes.
Can major.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
I'll say
I'm gonna say an
Accordion.
Accordion has a long history.
Mellon.
Bless you.
Now we all got COVID.
I think we just got some didgeridoo.
Carnegie Mellon's all sciencey, so I'm going to say theremin.
Accordion.
It is the bagpipe.
It's a legit instrument.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think their mascot is like the Scotties or something.
Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah. What specific art form can you get a degree in at Minneapolis College of Art and Design? Caricatures, comics,
Graffiti.
calligraphy, or graffiti?
Graffiti.
In caricatures.
Calligraphy.
An art
Calligraphy.
form, really?
I'd say
I mean, it takes a lot of talent.
Calligraphy.
I'm gonna
Would
say
say
It'd be called
graffiti 'cause it just
graffiti.
seems so
It'd be
odd.
called
Comics.
street art. I'm gonna say comics.
yeah.
It is comics.
Yeah.
Or you could just buy this book and then you don't have to and save your money.
It's like any degree, right?
No, just watch Robot Ninja.
In what state can you major in auctioneering?
Texas.
Pennsylvania, Texas, California, or Virginia?
Virginia.
There's an auction
Pennsylvania
place
is
right down the street
pretty
from me.
important for
Yeah, there's a
farming.
lot of auctions in Pennsylvania.
I'll say
Pennsylvania.
Virginia though.
It is Pennsylvania. You can either do it at Harrisburg Area Community College or
Really?
yeah, or the PA Community College.
Man, it's gotta be. I mean, there's some innate
in there?
talent
What do you think
in,
an auction
in the
is?
way
Be able to
that they
talk that
speak.
fast? Right.
Yeah,
Auctioneer
I had a
for you.
student one time whose dad was an auctioneer, and he could do it too. Like he was a sixth grader, but he
There's a
could.
skill set.
Do you think
Yeah.
he talks like that all the time? Is there something you got to clean up that room? Gotta make that bed. Gotta go.
Welcome to Wendy's. What can we get you?
For which band can you earn a degree?
What?
Pink
It's got to
Floyd,
be the Beatles.
Led
It's gotta be the
Zeppelin,
Beatles,
the
yeah.
Beatles, or the Rolling
I think
Stones?
Scott's wife has this
Beatles.
degree.
I mean, the best band here is Pink Floyd, but
What? I'd go Led Zeppelin, but
maybe Zeppelin.
The Beatles.
Do you think you would
Do
that on
it the
your
other-
resume? You think that's on your
Oh man,
resume?
I got a degree in the Beatles.
Well, what do you do? I sell used cars.
Got me a associate position at FYE.
I
Work at Apple Records.
The Beatles. Got Best
It is
Buy.
the Beatles.
So ridiculous.
You have to get that haircut too.
Yep.
It's part of the
The only
It's like
haircut you
there's a
can have.
class and just getting the haircut.
That you don't wear a one of the graduation caps, you get that haircut. Which food-related degree can you earn from University of New Hampshire? Eco-gastronomy, bakery science, poultry sciences, or citrus science?
Citrus
Bakery
seems
science.
dumb for New Hampshire.
Bakery is
Bakery
very
that's
much a
the
science.
obvious one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I'm gonna go
Eco-gastronomy.
eco-gastronomy. Yeah,
What's
I'm
that
gonna say
mean?
it's
I'm gonna
saving
say
the world with your stomach.
citrus science.
So all of these are
Dual major.
are majors that you can have. This is just the one that's at University of New Hampshire. I think the
Food science.
bakery science was at Kansas State University, poultry was Texas A&M, and citrus was Florida State.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how would you have citrus science? Like you focus purely on citrus fruits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growing oranges.
A lot of people go start in chemistry and then
big
they
money.
transfer into food sciences.
Did you ever get
Food
orange in
sciences
your
I
eye?
get when you're creating flavors and you're doing all sorts of stuff with chemicals for coloring and
It's a big.
there's a
thing.
lot that goes into
You
it. But
gotta
when you're just
breed
talking
the
like citrus, like
oranges with the lemons and make
Starburst, man.
you can eat it or you can make food gone. It's like okay.
Starbursts don't just happen, Aaron.
That's right. They gotta
Science
burst.
had to occur.
But why do they have to wrap them?
Pledge smells like oranges.
Because they stick together.
if they didn't wrap them, they'd stick together.
Yeah.
That sounds better.
Burst.
One big starburst.
Starburst.
One giant ulcer.
Dude, that's not a bad idea to like compress a bunch of
Starbursted.
Starburst into one giant ball of
Chris, there's your
Starburst.
birthday. There's your birthday idea.
Eat it like an apple.
Just gonna buy a box of Starburst.
All right,
Go
last
get you some
one.
Insulin.
Which of these is not a major? Fermentation sciences, business of cannabis, turf grass science, or pop culture?
Pop culture.
Turf
Pop
grass.
pop culture hot
science.
shot.
Turf grass science
grass
is
has got to
definitely
be
a thing.
one for sure.
Fermentation sciences.
Really? For beer and
You can
wine and
major in
everything?
beer.
I'm gonna say business of
I'm
cannabis
saying pop
because the way
culture.
it's worded.
Your question, they're all majors.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
What the hell do you do with pop culture major?
Become
No
a
one
nerd.
said you're going to get a
Today.
job.
You go in the real
It's
world.
probably
you know?
about as useful as my English degree.
Aw.
Okay, thank you,
But at
Rebecca.
least you
That was a
can
good
write
game.
good.
You go on the
So
shows.
good.
This is what the '90s is, and you just talk about it.
That's
Good job at
exactly.
VH1. All right, time to move on. Do some listener feedback.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Still funny.
So funny.
It's so dumb. I love it.
Last week we checked out The Killings at Outpost Zeta.
Ah, such a good movie.
Movie of the year.
Pod favorite.
Dava Black agrees with AJ and Spiv that this was a good bad movie.
When you got taste, do you agree?
It had fun sets and costumes in a bad but interesting way.
It's true.
It also has alternate title, Killing Catherine Zeta-Jones' Outhouse.
That's really good. I like
That's
that.
fun.
Matthew Pfeiffer is posting his recommendation of Slime City here, even though I think he posted it in the Slack as well,
It does look cool.
He's
because
just a
I'm sure
slimy
Chris
guy.
won't remember otherwise.
Slime City does look cool.
Good call. It's a good call.
Also,
Hey, I was honest. I was honest about that.
yeah. He says, also in a rare moment, I agree with Spiv on Metamorphosis, aka Metamorphosis.
Don't bring Morphus into this, by the way. But Metamorphosis was way better than both of these movies we just watched.
Oh, no. It was
Maybe not better than this, but Catherine Zeta.
Mike DeRosier, this movie was so boring, and I love sci-fi.
What was
This was
Catherine?
Outpost
I keep
Zeta.
saying
Catherine
Catherine.
Zeta-Jones' Outhouse.
Look at the lasers, Chris. The lasers.
I know.
And Black Donner says, please bring back the dinosaur question.
Oh.
We already answered what
How
dinosaur
dare
Chris
you.
was.
Oh.
It's never gonna die.
Yeah, why don't we talk about other people?
Okay, what dinosaur am I?
What's the most boring
You're a
dinosaur?
pterodactyl.
I love you too, Chris.
I mean, we can't really top, you know.
It can't top Baby Godzilla.
Yeah, that should be its own segment.
And
With
the
that
question.
attitude.
Well, that does it for feedback for last week's movie. If you want to have me read your comments next week, you got to leave it. YouTube's.
Leave the comments. That's it. There was another one, I thought. Somebody said something to me and I didn't understand. But maybe that wasn't the last week's.
I think that might have been a dream.
No.
Dream within a dream.
You know, Chris, if you research these films properly,
Killing
you
it?
would
Yeah.
know that
Okay,
Catherine
Jason
Zeta-Jones'
Jason
outhouse
Case
is
left
not
one.
on Mars.
Jason Case left one 5 hours ago on Outpost Zeta.
Well,
is that?
it didn't load my page.
I'm wrong about Chris saying Faust is a good movie or a great movie since he never said that about the movie. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
I would say Faust
That's
is a good
very
movie.
unrelated
Is it
to
great?
anything.
Maybe in the podcast.
Chris,
weren't
you were
sharing
wrong
it.
when you said Wesley Snipes went to jail because he went to prison for tax evasion. Jail is not the same thing as prison because prisons go to prison for murder, extortion, tax evasion, human trafficking, money laundering.
Jail is short term. Prison is long term.
Persons go to jail for misdemeanor
right.
crimes. That, okay.
It's
true. I mean,
same
I
thing.
thought they were interchangeable. I'm sorry.
They're-
I didn't know.
I mean, there's like
Well-
the
You're,
county jail.
you're kind of splitting hairs.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
But I will stand by. I'm not quite sure if I did say it was or wasn't, but I think Faust is a good movie. Nay.
Better than this one.
A great
Yeah.
movie. All right. So leave those comments.
Always.
This is the time. This is the time. This is a Patreon.
Make sure you leave a comment which dinosaur you think each of us are.
There's a good. And which president we
Not
look
gonna
like.
And
like
which
this.
president we look like.
Which presidential dinosaur?
Oh, that's a good combo. I like that.
That's pretty cool.
Well, look at this, Will.
Oh
It's going
my
off the
goodness.
window. It's so stacked.
I don't even
Can't
know.
fit it in
So
there.
full screened.
Whoa.
I don't even know whose is what on here.
It doesn't
Okay,
matter
there's-
anymore. These
so
are
we got
Patreon's choices.
They
all
can claim
Patreon
it in the
choices.
comments.
City. Well, Slime
And
City
you can get
was
on here
now.
too, become a patron. Okay. Sorority Babes and Slime Bowls, Superama.
Yep.
The Vineyard, or the Vineyard. I'm not sure how you say that. I think the Vineyard.
Is that a beaker or a bong?
A little bit of
Vampire's Kiss. Vampire's Kiss. Slime City. Uncaged. And No Escape.
Oh man,
Escape from reality.
These all look entertaining.
no escape's
Are we?
great.
Here we go.
That is a great movie. Here we go. Oh, shit. Someone's cheering off in the distance.
This
ooh.
looks bad.
Rampaging animal movie. I'm excited.
Chris's
This
favorite.
is that movie Irene keeps posting about.
Yeah, Irene's going to be really pumped about it.
All right, let's go check out that trailer.
Okay.
Is that
that's
Jumanji?
what
Fucking
That's
awesome!
This is
That looks pretty
Jumanji
fun.
to me.
Everybody, let's talk again at the same time.
All right,
It looks great.
worked out
It
good.
looks good.
That looks
It
pretty
looks,
cool.
it
yeah.
looks exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
No, it looks way better than I expected.
Well, give it time. They always give you the best
It
stuff.
looks
in the,
almost
the
like what I had
best.
expected.
I really hope
Not
we get
quite.
some like guy in costume stuff. Let's say
Like
No,
a
it's gonna be
tiger.
all
all CGI.
like a
It's
guy
all
dressed as a
CG.
lion.
The
not
doesn't the
that
male
Brooke
lion
Shields
just kind
movie
of
or
sit
whatever.
around and do nothing?
Mostly.
No, that's just you.
Crazy.
This looks like a movie. This looks like a movie The Rock would star in, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, and he like
Yes.
punches the lion
Yeah.
Yeah,
at one point.
it
Rides
does.
it.
It's like a Rock movie without The Rock.
Like smash through a window of a skyscraper.
Driving like I don't know, a Jeep or something.
Yep.
Who's his sidekick?
All right. What is this on?
Where do we
Ford
watch
Bronco.
this?
The what's his name? He's done like
so
3
this
movies
is-
with him.
This is Uncaged from 2020, and it is available on. I
Nowhere.
think it's on Tubi.
Oh, really?
This means we have to watch it.
Well, you're not going to watch it if
Wait,
it's not too.
maybe it's on IMDb TV. I don't know. It's available for free. Hold on. Maybe on Tubi. I can't
Make sure it's the
spell.
right Unhinged, not the Nicolas Cage one, where
It's
he's
not called
unhinged.
It's called Uncaged.
Well, there's a
Uncaged.
there's
It's the same thing.
there's a 2016 one as well.
There is.
And a 2015
And it's a
one.
lion.
Wait, which one are we watching?
Hold on, I don't
We're
fucking
watching-
know. Hold on. Irene posted. I found that cover, but I think she's watched the one on Tubi, which is from 2016.
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
After
'cause-
finding the gruesomely slaughtered family near Amsterdam, that one?
All right.
There's this is true.
Yes, that one is on Tubi, and it has the same cover. Hold on, I think we watched a different
Has
trailer.
the same cover.
That's wild.
The one in 2016 looks
re-released?
to be like werewolf shit.
That sounds
Oh
cool.
my god, I don't know what movie.
No, there's Uncaged 2020. It's on IMDb TV.
Okay.
Is that what we're watching?
Let's just watch
It's
the-
them
the
all.
lion one?
It's a Dutch movie. It looks like.
I think the Lion
man.
movie is what we're supposed to be watching.
I was expecting like some sci-fi schlocky thing.
This is. They're both.
It's supposed to be
lion
an
movies.
it's supposed to be an animal attack scenario.
Yeah, they're both.
Yeah, because I
lion movies, which doesn't
googled
help.
Uncaged movie 2020 and the 2016 one came up and it's got the lion in there too. So I'm super confused.
All right, we're watching Uncaged 2020.
Okay.
I don't fucking know where you can find it. I don't know if it's the right fucking movie.
It's on IMDb TV. I posted the link.
It's free with ads.
It's on
Okay.
IMDb TV, and then we'll watch it, and then Irene will be like, "But I was talking about the
wasn't the
2016
Right
one."
one.
Yeah, well, we'll watch that another time. Add it to the wheel.
Uncaged
okay.
again.
So that's what we're doing next week, guys.
Still.
That's it for this week's episode. It's a little low energy. We'll be back next
You
Speak
week.
gotta
for
drink
yourself.
more, Chris.
No, I don't need to drink more.
Hey, it's got a person named Abby Hose in it.
Abby Ho.
Oh,
Abby
right, it's in the
Hose.
show.
It's Abby.
Hoes.
Hus.
Bring this thing.
Hose.
Abbey Road.
She's
it home.
Dutch.
I still sounds
Reel
like
it in.
hose.
Real hook, line, and sinker, AJ. We are ending the show. We will be back next week. High energy, because we will all be
Excited about
uncaged.
lions.
Uncaged. Okay. It was close. I tried. That's it, guys.
Maybe
hope you
you're not
enjoyed the
wearing
show.
clothes.
Chris. I
Clothes
don't
are
wear
always
underwear.
optional here, just so you know.
Uncaged and undressed.
Spib doesn't wear underwear because for 12 years he had to wear a diaper or whatever because his mom. Yeah. Anyway,
That's why I
I
carry
digress.
my whip.
He was unhinged from his cage.
I'm just
And then
waiting on the button.
uncaged.
Are you guys? Let me know when you guys are good.
Good.
We're just talking.
I'm always good.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. 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 We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.